blessings. Coming to you live from the gorgeous Prince George's. It's another episode of Can We Be Fragrant? And I'm one of the hosts, Kareem. And today we're going to talk about some fragrances, but I need to point out how everybody has a wine glass and wine poured for them except for me. I feel slighted.
He was upstairs and I said, give me two wine glasses, and you act like you ain't want one.
So, on my left, we have Nneoma, who I met at the most recent fragrance event, the fragrance swap it was that Tawina put on.
Were you at the first one too?
In January?
I remember seeing her there too. We conversated.
A little bit, yeah.
Conversed?
Conversated is the word.
It is. But you know what?
All right, so
it must be our public school education, not an African school. So sorry.
I mean, we kind of were the best of the best. But
wait, where in Africa are you from?
I'm not from Africa. I'm from America. But it was an African centered education.
Okay.
But so we can talk about fragrances.
Yeah. Sorry.
Now that shifted the whole focus. I remember I was walking into the event, and I was stopped by somebody that's almost my height.
So funny.
Yeah, somebody, and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna try to get her on the show." And I reached out to you. We talked, and you agreed to come on.
I reached out to you. It was me that approached you, actually.
No.
Call him out on his shit, please.
No.
Keep going.
I don't, because somebody had told me that you had a podcast, so I literally walked up to you and was like, hey, do you have a perfume podcast?
No, you were sitting down on the right. And it was a whole group of people, and we were talking, and you did say something. And I said, okay, what's your IG? And he was like, I'm not on Instagram.
I'm not on Instagram.
Was it before she tried to hand out this fragrance that she couldn't get off?
Listen, it's on McCurry now, so don't worry about that.
So you didn't get rid of that?
It's on McCurry now. I'm selling it for like dirt cheap, and it's not a cheap perfume either.
I don't know. It doesn't have to be dirt cheap and it's not smell. It just didn't smell good, and I don't think anyone. It didn't smell good.
It was a blueberry and oud fragrance, and it was very blueberry and very oud.
It's very forgettable. Very forgettable. But tell us about yourself. What does your name mean?
My name means, first of all, I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
Igbo. My name means beautiful mother. I don't have any children, but
that was the next question.
Right. Perfume. I love perfume. I can talk perfume from dusk until dawn. I remember going to Macy's with my mom and seeing her spend like $100 on scented water, and I just could not believe that somebody would spend so much money on something that like wasn't candy or food. But yeah, I've just learned to. I'm a very indecisive person, and I think that also leans into me wanting to smell like everything on the planet.
So your mom was the reason that you got started in the fragrances, and how long has that been? Just as long as you can remember?
I remember my first bottle that I bought with my own money was like in 2019. But I didn't really get into it until probably the pandemic. I think everybody like picked up a very odd hobby.
That's crazy because our last guest, he said the same thing.
Really?
He said like in the pandemic, he said, let me just go down this rabbit hole.
Right.
And the next thing you know, it's like awesome. You just finding everything. You at a fragrance tea party at this point.
a lot of people use the pandemic as sort of like a starting ground to. I guess because you just had a lot of time on your hands, so people were just looking to be involved or intrigued by something, and fragrances is kind of an easy thing to do because for the most part people like to smell stuff that smells good, and you almost never run out of options.
So during the pandemic you couldn't really go out and smell a fragrance at that point, but so like how did you determine what fragrance you initially was going to start buying, or did you just like I'm gonna go in blind and just grab something?
So first of all, me and Sun Split at that time were like this.
I
would like order. I didn't know what my interests really were, so I would order everything. Back then, I probably only leaned towards like hyper femme fragrances with like vanilla, fruity, ice cream, brown sugar. Now, I would say that I could lean towards anything masculine. I could probably wear that oud wood.
You could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before the show started, we were talking about high schools and stuff like that. Did you wear fragrances back then?
I used to wear either my mom's fragrance, which was, if you know, Beautiful by Estee Lauder. That's a mom's fragrance.
Okay.
That's like diamond. That's almost on the same line.
Okay. And then I would wear my sister's fragrance, which was like Juicy Couture.
Okay, I know that.
And Beyonce Heat, which is honestly to this day still a really good perfume.
I don't think I've ever smelled it.
Is it better than her one that just came out? I
haven't smelled that one.
It's underwhelming.
Is it?
Joy wouldn't like me talking about it like that, but it's underwhelming. And Brittany would hate that, but they live and die by that scent. I despise that scent.
Is it a honey forward scent?
I don't know what it is. It's horrible.
It's like clementine. I think it might be honey in it, but it's very orangey, clementine-y.
Like very designer-ish. Is that gonna get me canceled?
No. I think that's a fair assessment. It doesn't smell like niche. So I was looking at an article one day this past week, and this guy basically had broke down like what his impression of niche was, or what his definition was, and he was basically like, designer stuff is meant to please the masses, the world, right? But to wear niche, you kind of have to be semi-confident because most people probably aren't going to like whatever it is that you get.
Yeah.
If they're not into fragrances.
Right.
I just thought that was interesting that I came across.
I feel like I would say like this for the designer is for the masses, but the niche ones, you're gonna go out and buy it. But I think the reaction you get from, because they're not gonna know what you have on, but the feeling they get, or when they initially hit that smell, and they smell you, they're not gonna know. But I think the warmness or whatever that it intrigues their mind. You hit some sensory, and it works for them. I mean, that's just why you go into a room, you wear a fragrance. People are looking for you if they like the smell. They don't know why they like it. They just know it hits the nerves just right for them, and then now they got to figure it out. Like for example, if like when you walk into a room, what's one fragrance that you say for yourself that you wear that grabs attention?
I can recognize Delina anywhere.
That's a nice scent. She doesn't like it. Okay, you really trying to get canceled today? Okay.
No, but I've heard two different definitions of niche. One being a brand that only makes fragrances. But I think that's kind of iffy because like we have these designer brands that now have their own like privé lines, like Fendi, Louis Vuitton,
Giorgio Armani,
like so many of them. And then I also heard that it's a brand that only makes small batches. So it's not like kind of like designers being mass produced and niche being small batch.
Independent, I would think of as like the small batch ones, but niche is, like you said, somebody that doesn't make clothing, like they really just specialize in that fragrance area or whatever. I mean, I guess anything niche would be something that's not designer by definition. You were still telling us about yourself.
Yes. So where did I leave? Okay, pandemic. Pandemic is when I really evolved my sensory experiences. Some perfumes that I tried back then, like Lyra by Zargoff. Or Casa Marati, I don't know which one. Whichever one.
It's the same thing. Same thing. I like it.
Gourmand French Kiss. It's before their current Privé line with their vanilla tonka. You know their current like popular Privé line?
No.
No. Well, they had a Privé line before that one that they completely discontinued. I actually bought one of the bottles to the mixer. It was a hit. People were asking me to decant it.
A hit? Oh.
Yeah. People were asking me to like decant it right then and there, and I'm like, I'm sorry. This bottle goes for, at minimum, like $400, $500 on eBay. And I've had it since, I bought it that year during the pandemic.
Okay.
not knowing that, it would blow up like that. And yeah, now I feel like I have a really good sense of what I like. Like I can just look at the notes of a perfume and tell whether or not it's something that I would buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite note in a fragrance?
Ooh, that's hard. It depends. Okay, so right now for the winter/fall season, I'm leaning towards suede.
That's interesting. We've had a significant amount of people so far on the show, and no one's ever said suede.
Mm-mm.
For fall.
Yeah.
Fall and winter. It changes. So.
What's your favorite fragrance?
Vanitas by Profumum Roma. So
Never smelled it. Never heard of it.
I bought that to the mixer too. So have you heard of Profumum Roma?
Yes.
It's a fantastic brand. Probably my favorite brand of like all time.
What?
Yeah, their oil concentration and their perfumes makes it so that it will last until you die.
So you spray it on your body and you'll smell it in the afterlife.
Yeah, I have winter coats that I wore last winter that still smell.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Where do they? Where is this house from?
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Now I got to go check this stuff out. I don't remember you bringing anything other than that blueberry ooze.
You're gonna. Okay. That honestly, I should have gave it away. To be honest,
I don't think anyone wanted to take it away from you. I think that's the problem.
But you could layer that though, right?
No, not that.
What?
Not
Blueberry and oud?
There's nothing that would work with that.
You'd be surprised.
I'm not surprised it didn't work.
Give it to Jessica or to Weena. They'd figure out some combination.
They were there. They didn't take it.
They might not have thought of layering it at the time.
If you have to layer perfume, it's not the perfume for you though.
See, and that's how I feel. We're gonna get along because I don't want to buy something that I have to layer. I want it to come already assembled.
Right.
I agree with. I think that's the not the problem. I think that's the joy of like on your journey. Like I wasn't a layer at all at one point, but then I we did the podcast episode where I had to determine to Weena and Jessica, and I found a layer that worked. I thought that would work for them.
Why you didn't layer for me?
Because I don't. It's just you and just not a layer. Period.
It was a trick question.
It's regardless. You know what I'm saying, but I still found the right fragrance. But it just, I feel like you can enhance the smell. Like I feel like that's the journey of it. Like you can have what you buy, but what can I explore at home and see that I can make something that's unique for me in that moment. Not because someone just told you about it. Okay, I'm going to play with it and hopefully you can find something. Yeah. Not every layer is going to work. I had to sit there and spray multiple times on my hands like this, wash the scent up to try to find the one that works that I feel like this is more appropriate for them. Yeah. That it's the journey. I think that's the fun part of it.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay. Also, speaking of our connection, you don't keep boxes.
I don't keep boxes.
And it's good because the last couple of people that have come on have sided with Nigel on this, and they're like, you got to keep the box. I'm like, what's the point? What is the point? I'm not buying the box. I'm buying the fragrance, and the box takes up too much space.
Exactly.
It's the presentation. I love the presentation. Like the only reason why I don't have the box with this because it was in my bag.
Says the person without the box.
No, this is the first time I have not brought the box.
So
let's just start there.
You keep all of them?
Majority of if the outside of like cardboard boxes, I'll throw those away. But if it's actually like tangible, like I have a box over here that you just don't want to throw it away. And in the episode before, you had to keep the bottle in the box because the bottle couldn't stand up on its own. You had to keep the presentation of it is part of it.
A really faulty presentation, to be honest.
I mean, but for me, I just like the design because it was in the shape of a heart, so it fit inside the box, the heart. So you can't just stand the heart up. You know what I mean?
You could lay the bottle down.
Yeah, but you can't look at it. Like when I open it up, I see the heart with the ribbon around. You know what?
Do you have your perfumes like on a setup display?
No, not yet. I have them right now. I have them along a long dresser and some shelves. I'm going to build a display to start lining those up.
Oh my goodness! You have 15 fragrances, and now all of a sudden you're building a display.
How many should you have until?
No.
There's
no number, right? But I'm just saying he's like sizing it right now. Like
I'm not sizing anything. I've bought over 120 bottles in the last year. So it's kind of excessive. Like right now, I'm in my early stages because I didn't really
Stages with 120 bottles.
You bought 120, but you only have 15?
No, don't listen to him. Okay. Just don't listen to him. He gonna lead you down the dark path and walk off that cliff. Don't do it.
We were in the middle of something being discussed.
What about your display? How does that set up?
I have several bar carts that don't have wheels on them, but several levels of shelving, and I have the bottles on there, and the boxes definitely aren't going to fit on there. But I will say this though, I may have 6 or 7 boxes that I didn't want to throw away.
Why? What did they have that the other boxes didn't? Like
the perfumer may have written on the box or the owner or something like that. So that is a little different, right? Throwing that away didn't make sense to me. But just keeping a Lattafa box. No disrespect to Lattafa. No disrespect. I'm just naming a brand, right? I just wouldn't keep a box for fragrance for no reason. It just doesn't make sense to me. That's to me though.
I mean, but you've been doing fragrances for probably 20 plus years.
Wow.
I've been smelling good my whole life, but period. What did you bring, or would you like to go last?
I'll go now.
Okay, all right.
Shout out to what was it? What do you call himself? Was it Butter Baby Delight? I didn't want. I wanted you to say. I couldn't say it. He brought this brand on Unique Luxury, and he brought the Discovery set, and I just fell in love with the scent of it. And I was like, I want to find something that I did make a layer with this, but this right here, I wanted to find a good chocolate scent. Scent's called Chocolate Makes Me Happy, and I was like, I gotta see if it really does make me happy. And I smelled it out the little sample. I was like, let me wait till I get the bottle. I had bought the bottle off a Java Shop. I had to wait like 6 weeks. I was like, I was checking in. And I was like, yo, where the hell is my bottle at? And no response, of course. Keep logging in. And then finally just showed up. And so when I got it and I sprayed it, and I was like,
it was everything you wanted.
Chocolate scent, it smelled, it's not overly rich. It's just like that perfect version of a chocolate scent. And then I layered it with something because I love mint chocolate chips. So I layered it with the Brown Sugar Baby mint condition, and you smell like a mint chocolate chip with ice cream. Yes.
I don't understand this the Gourmand thing for people.
I mean, really?
I don't want to smell like food
it's not for
the most
you.
part.
It's not for you, obviously.
Food, there's some like savory, sweet. You wouldn't do any of that. You wouldn't want to smell like a very
boring.
fresh bowl of white rice or something.
A fresh bowl of white rice.
White rice is trending right now, actually.
For who? I know you put like for in my hair, right? I always do rice water. I wouldn't wash it out afterwards, but that shit stinks after a while if you don't wash it out. I don't want nothing like rice.
It's basically like your skin but better.
You took me out with a fresh bowl of white rice.
I think if you don't like gourmands, you might like that. Because it doesn't really smell like rice.
I appreciate the smell of food, but I don't know that I would want to smell like it.
Definitely chocolate, but there's a lot going on.
There's a lot in here.
Where do you wear this?
This is.
Is this something you can wear to work?
Nighttime.
It is night, but I wear this with the mint because it's a cooling smell. It cools it down because it's so rich, right? It's very rich right now, but when you put the mint with it, it balances out perfectly. It just.
You don't like it? It's pretty good.
It smells like a melted chocolate bar. Like literally. No, I get it, but there's nothing else that I'm picking up from this other than just chocolate.
And chocolate makes me happy. Yeah. It expresses it very well.
All right, so the ingredients are 8 different types of chocolate.
It's really not. So it's cocoa pod, lavender, dark chocolate, grapefruit, and mandarin orange in the top note. Ginger, cinnamon in the mid notes. Then you have on the base notes is cocoa pod again, caramel, amber, and sandalwood.
Do you smell any of that?
I could tell that there was some florals in the background. You listed a floral, right?
Yes,
Lavender.
Okay. Let me just smell it one more time.
Like sometimes I just like the scent of the smell of it just smells good. As for me, I love the smell of it, but I don't think I think it's too rich by itself. You got to find something like that mint will cool it down some. I mean,
What made you reach for chocolate though?
because I always wanted a good chocolate scent. I love chocolate. I'm a chocolate fanatic, so it naturally is like, I wonder if I could smell like chocolate to be someone's chocolate desire. But trying to figure it out.
Would you buy vanilla makes me happy?
No,
Really?
Because that sounds crazy, right?
because I love chocolate.
Okay.
I would buy that.
You buy that?
I would buy that.
But I like vanilla smell, but I'm not. It doesn't cling to me like this.
Okay, hold on. So, what's your favorite type of ice cream?
Cookies and cream. I would buy cookies and cream ice cream. Perfume. I sure would.
You would. You
I
want to
sure
go?
would.
You want to go around
Yeah.
smelling like a Girl Scout?
I wonder why that's not a thing, actually.
Look, you'd be called mint chocolate chip or mint chip.
Okay. Okay.
Or a peppermint patty.
Okay. So but you're pleased with this purchase?
I am pleased with this because it gave me the scent I was looking for in a chocolate scent. Because a lot of times they don't really get it just right. This got the scent of chocolate.
Yeah, that's
from me
really
just
good.
right.
Have you gotten any compliments wearing this?
Yes. I do it with my layer. I've never worn it by itself. I always wear it with a layer.
Yeah, no, I find that chocolate very often is like very Tootsie Roll-esque.
Yes, that's what that gives me.
Yeah, I don't get it from that, but I find that most chocolate perfumes don't do it well.
Yeah, I think it's a hard thing to capture. It really is. You just got to know how to blend it. I guess.
I don't think I've ever smelled I can think of like a chocolate forward fragrance like this before.
No, it's very standout. I love this fragrance, but I'm looking forward to another fragrance they have.
Like what?
That's I think it's Mango-licious, I think, or something like that. I love the smell of mango. It is a
Me too. Do you like Out of Fire?
Yes.
I haven't smelled it.
That's Stefan Humbert Lucas.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had the Zerjoff is the one I had. It smells like mango. I had a story behind it. It's the earlier episode.
What is that? Cruz de la Cruz something.
Let's see. God, it was an E. Give it an E.
Oh.
God damn.
Okay. Well,
It'll come back to me because I can't think of it right now. It'll come back to me. What did you bring, Kareem?
Tom Ford Oud Wood. I shouldn't reveal this, but I'm going to. A triggering thing for me is when someone says, "I could have anybody I want," and somebody said that to me one time, right? And I was
a man or a woman?
a woman. A woman. I had to think about it. The way she looked at me, I was like,
I'm asking for context.
okay, so she asked me to do something one day, and I was like, I'm not doing this. That's dumb. And she was like, well, if you don't, somebody else will. I can have anybody I want. And I was like, okay. So fast forward, a friend of my cousin's came into town, and she was like, let's all link up. Let's come over my friend's house or whatever. So I get there, and I wore this.
Yeah.
This is like what I was wearing the whole winter. This oud wood, and when I get there, I'm giving people hugs, whatever, and the friend that I went to see, she was like, "Oh, you smell really good." Fast forward, we're having a conversation, and somehow it ended up being about the current state of dating and men and women, and this woman says, "I'm single now, but I could have anybody that I want," and that just it took me back to a place, and I think I spoke in a way that I shouldn't have. I like for some we had a couple drinks by that point, and I felt that I had to be a crusader for the truth, and let her know that
That's a lie.
it's a lie.
Was she bad at least?
Bad, like,
Did she look good?
no.
Okay.
And I think that's what just, it kind of, like, I let it slide, the conversation slide until she said she could have anybody she wants.
Listen, you have to be delusional in this world.
You
This
do.
world is very mean. You have to be delusional.
No. Delusion makes you crazy, and you can't.
You
face
have to be
reality.
crazy in a crazy world.
Reality smacks you in the face harder when you're delusional.
So I went on my little tangent, and the owner of the home was like, "Come here, can I speak to this lady?" And I went over there, and she was like, "Get out."
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
We still cool to this day, but she was like, you a whole problem. Get out, get out. So this is what I think of whenever I wear this fragrance right here.
What did you? We'll have to come back to it but I want to know what you said because that is.
Right.
I shouldn't have said this, but I called her a linebacker, and I shouldn't have. And that's what got me
Oh, my gosh.
thrown out.
That's so mean.
It was, and then I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, my gosh.
I
Is
thought
this who you are?
I felt like we all thought that, but I couldn't have that. No, I'm a very kind and loving person.
A linebacker is crazy.
I mean, you know what it was? It was like that last shot, and you probably drank tequila, and you felt a little spicy, and it's like.
It might have been rum punch or something. I don't know. I can tell you what it wasn't. This fancy wine you brought today. But let me just spray this for my
Please, let's get this.
for the Kool-Aid drinkers here. Have you ever smelled this before?
No.
Have you smelled this before?
Yeah. I have a small little sample from Sephora.
You like it?
Yeah. Usually I don't like oud. I'm not an oud person. But the oud here is very palatable.
Yeah. Cardamom, we were talking about that. Oud, sandalwood, pink pepper, rosewood, amber, tonka bean, vetiver.
I'm a vetiver fan, so.
I like a nice vetiver. What do you think?
I like oud, so it's just,
You know.
so for some reason I feel like oud, this is not oud for greatness, but it's just like it's there.
Oh no, that's like way sweeter and got some other stuff to it. This isn't you.
I like oud, but it's very similar. For me, it's similar. Maybe
It's not even close.
I mean, my nose might not be as far as yours. So I'm saying, it's very true. I'm saying,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I consider my nose very junior at this point compared to someone that's more seasonal or more invested in time. Because I have tons of interest in now. This has become one of my passions right now, but I'm not invested like I am on certain other aspects of my life or certain things. So like I'm learning to mature my nose. You can tell my fragrance buys and how I'm maturing through certain things.
No, I was surprised when you brought that because that's a pretty niche brand and it's not like widely known by people who even like niche either.
I rarely hear people break up Unique Luxury.
Yeah.
And everything that I've smelled from them, minus this,
Oh my God.
it has been really good. I've probably smelled 5-6 different fragrances from them. I don't know what you were thinking with this. I mean, but you said you layer it. So.
Yeah, I do layer this one.
Okay.
Okay.
But you said no, this is not you.
I like oud. It reminds me of greatness or
You know what it is? You know what it is? I think you're not thinking of oud for greatness. You're thinking of oud satin mood. The one
by MFK.
The one Jessica brought on. I think that's what you're thinking.
Can I
of.
smell it?
Yes.
Oud satin mood is rose and oud.
To me, this is closer to oud satin mood than or oud silk mood than oud for greatness.
I'm gonna have to do a side by side comparisons. I'm gonna have to do one side by side because I can't. It's too far apart for me to know right now. I just can't tell the difference right now.
I like this. I like this.
It's nice.
I call it linebacker. I hope I don't get thrown out.
We'll see.
Yeah, you know me. My mouth gets me in trouble all the time. Apparently, I say things that piss people off.
Especially at restaurants, but you know.
So let me ask you this, because it's funny he brought this up. If we had a disagreement and I reached out to you and you didn't respond and I did a follow-up.
How did you reach out to me?
Hey, everything all right? And no response. And so I follow up again.
Why would you follow up?
Hold on.
Okay.
Follow up, because I was just like, I think that's important.
Get ready for the ride.
What
I'm prepping for
what
the
is this,
ride.
wine time?
Yes.
Unwind with Nigel. Is that the name of the show? So, we ended up seeing each other face to face, right?
Seeing who? Who is this person?
A friend.
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, I reached out to you and you didn't respond. And her response was like, I was really mad or angry at the time. So I was like, okay. I said, well, if the roles were reversed and you had contacted me and I didn't respond, would you had reached out a second time? And I said the same thing. She said, it depends.
On what?
That is what I said. That is what I said. I said, depends on what?
People just talk just to talk sometimes.
I thought it was the craziest thing. But, thank you. Look, we here. Yeah. Unlike this riffraff over here.
No, I agree with the comment. I tried to be peacemaker in that situation. And when we were out, a friend of mine cried over this situation, and I was like, "This is crazy." I said, "This, you know what?" I said, "There's too much liquor in the air. I need to get out of here." Like, it was a whole conundrum that happened that night.
Let's move on to your fragrances.
So, this is the best cherry fragrance on the planet.
The best cherry fragrance on the
planet. Yeah.
You didn't have this that day out there when we met. I don't think you had that, did you?
No, what did I wear? I wore Absolute Aphrodisiac by Nneoma.
Nice.
It's a nice one, right?
Nice.
Aphrodisiac.
Yeah. Relax. So to get here, I tried maybe at least 5 different cherry perfumes.
Why cherry?
Why cherry? I don't know. Because it's fruity without being juvenile, and it's something that you can wear both in the summer and the winter, I feel like. But yeah, the first one I ever tried was during the pandemic. This is Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. This is a good fragrance, but I wouldn't exactly call it a cherry perfume. This is an amaretto cherry perfume, which is like a cherry liqueur.
Right.
Or like simple syrup. Sorry.
No.
This is Mind Games French Defense.
Okay.
I like something.
I like French Defense.
You do?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good for you.
I like a lot of the Mind Game stuff. I actually got a new bottle coming.
Did you get their new one, Prodigy?
No.
I love.
He literally was talking about that.
Have you smelled it? I haven't smelled
it. I wore it the other day. I love it.
You have it?
Yes.
I'm gonna get my nose on it so bad, but it's so expensive.
Mentors. No, that's if you buy the 200 ml. Yes, it's expensive. They charged it for $800 when it first came out. They still selling it for $800, but they're releasing 100 ml, so don't buy that one.
Yeah, no, definitely not. What else have I tried? I tried Cherry Punk by Room 1015. I'm not sure.
Never heard of it.
I tried Wet Cherry Liqueur by Boho, or maybe it's Boho.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. That didn't work either. That was like Kool-Aid cherry. It was disgusting. And then the one by Room 1015, Cherry Punk, that was like a cigarette. It was a cherry and leather perfume, but the leather smelled like cigarettes. And that was terrible. And that's at least, what,
It must
5?
have red tobacco in it at that point.
Maybe.
Yes, that's...
Maybe.
Let me ask you this: when you say you're looking for like cherry, do you want it to be like cherry forward or just have cherry in it?
I want cherry to be the belle of the ball.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the one that I like the least.
It's the French defense.
Yeah. To me,
Jeez.
you like it?
Yes. This is gorgeous.
To
Damn,
me,
I
that
would buy
cherry was very medicinal.
I can see why you say
It's
that.
very medicinal. And then the dry down was like, reminded me of my mom's perfume. And although her perfume isn't bad, it just reminds me of mom.
You
don't
think
wanna smell
it
it
has
now.
an age. It
Exactly.
has an age to it, yeah.
'Cause-
No, honestly, it doesn't even smell old. It just it literally smells like my mom.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to smell like my mom.
this is
Like that.
Mind games does this.
That's what I'm saying. Mind Games has not messed
Disappointed.
with me. I haven't smelled a single one that I didn't like.
And then this one.
That's a Tom Ford, right?
Yeah,
I
Tom
like,
Ford.
and that's crazy. We both brought Tom Ford. I like the Lost Cherry, but I'll say this: one day we went to Nordstrom's in Pentagon, and shout out to JJ who was working there, and she let us fill up like a empty spray bottle, small spray bottle of whatever Tom Ford one we wanted, and they ran out of Lost Cherry, so I ended up putting a little bit of that and mixing it with something else,
Fun.
and it was so good.
That's so cool.
It's somebody that doesn't even layer, but I was
Yeah.
like, this smells really good. And every time I let somebody smell it, they was like, which Tom
What is
Ford is
that?
this?
Yeah.
I've never
That's
smelled
that
it.
new.
It's like a light powdery scent.
I'm sorry, did you just interrupt me? No, I'm messing with you.
It's a light powder or like a not a super bubblegum scent. Like I still smell the cherry, but it's like very lighter
Yeah.
at this point. Compared to, because that's like a deeper. This is very light.
And then,
I'm curious because this is the greatest cherry smell.
Let me
first
take
of
this
all,
to it again.
feel this bottle.
First of all,
Uh-oh.
this, this is great. This is presentation.
That is presentation.
What was the box? What was the box like? What was this?
You know, the box was actually really nice. The box was nice. It's gone now, but
I mean, obviously, it was, I can't experience the box because someone put it
Yeah.
away. But this thing feels nice. That's
so that's gritty. That's actually their Privé line. So
is this crushed velvet?
exactly, it's their Privé line.
This is nice.
Yeah, it's nicer than their normal stuff. And
The pop.
How'd you come across this?
my cherry, I was like a fiend for cherry. I was trying anything cherry.
But you found it how?
But like, how did I buy it? Or like,
No, like how'd you just find it? Like you went on a website?
I literally went on
Facebook.
Fragrantica and went on like the recommended. Yeah,
You just
Oh,
wrote
okay.
that.
I tried all of them.
So you said I'm gonna buy,
All of them.
buy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me get my nose ready for this.
And then I'll list the notes after you.
I don't smell anything.
Pardon?
I don't smell anything. Can you spray it on my hand?
Yeah.
I smell it. It's a very soft cherry. It's
Let
very.
me spray it on
Okay,
your hand.
now I smell it.
Hand.
Now. Hand now. Different, right? Different, right?
I'm like, don't play with her.
No, like look, paper don't. This is
The paper didn't do this.
no.
justice.
This is. This is like a.
I like this, but does this last?
I sprayed it last night around 9 just to like remind myself of how much I love it, and I ended up like in the shower still smelling it all on me.
This smells
This
like
morning.
I have a bowl full of fresh cherries.
Fresh cherries.
This is.
That's not what I'm getting from
Oh, this is that. This is one of the phrases that paper don't do it no justice.
Yeah.
This is.
What are you getting?
I'm curious to do something real quick. I'm minding my business over here.
Cherry and chocolate, huh?
Hey, I'm curious.
This is nice though.
Yeah.
I look at you and this is what I would picture you smelling.
Sure, I'll take it. It's a great fragrance, so I'll take it. So it's actually top notes: saffron, black cherry, bitter orange, peach, Middle notes: cloves, chocolate, jasmine, and base notes: sweet almond, iris, and brown sugar.
The brown sugar, I definitely smell.
You did.
I couldn't tell if it was me at first or if it was just this had brown sugar. Go ahead. Let's hear it. Mix. Funk master mix. Go what you got?
Funk master. Whatever. I think I have to put the chocolate on first, then this over it.
Yeah. This is going to overpower it.
Yeah. I'm curious now.
Do your thing.
Nneoma like, boy, don't be wasting my fragrance.
Look.
No, how? When you have a 100 ml bottle, how soon are you finishing that bottle?
So, Kaz that was here, he was showing us 100 ml bottles, and he was like, he's on his second or third of it, and I'm like,
damn,
that's wild, because I don't have any fragrance that I think I've gotten down
Exactly.
to this point.
Exactly.
But I have a significant amount, but I wouldn't. I just don't see me running through something like that.
this is too strong. The chocolate, it overwhelms it. There's no way you can't.
You might have to do multiple sprays of that, or give this 10 minutes and then come back to that. But don't be wasting our time.
No. Keep going. I'm gonna let you live right now. Keep going.
So, the mind games, the French defense, you said is a no for you. So you don't like it as a fragrance, or you don't like the cherry aspect of it.
So I was only looking for one cherry fragrance, and I knew that one would not be for me.
Okay.
Because there was apparently better stuff out there.
Whoa.
I mean,
I don't think that
really?
this is better than the French.
You
defense.
like French defense the most out of the three?
Sadly to say, I kind of was liking the Lost Cherry, smelling it on paper.
You know that's a Gourmand, right? You don't like Gourmands.
This is why I said sadly, but I know that when I sprayed that French defense on skin, that smells better than Lost Cherry. But on the paper, the Lost Cherry I think smells the best.
And then Lost Cherry doesn't last.
It doesn't.
It does not last. For the price, absolutely not.
What do you think?
What?
I thought you wanted to kiss the ring for a second.
You're crazy. That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
What do you?
I don't really smell that, but then I don't smell that either.
They kind of somehow neutralize a little bit each other, and it's like it's like a very light smell between them. Like it's like a combination that's just very dialed down.
Would you buy this for someone?
Yes, I would. I love this. I think this is a great female smell.
Loves it.
I do. This is. I'm not going to go to the extreme today, but this is an excellent thing to have.
Okay.
I think this is a good smell on a woman. Very much so.
Did you tell us? Did you tell us what your favorite was?
Ever? Oh yeah, Benita's.
Okay, you did say that. Now I remember. Yes. Okay.
This is nice. I like this bottle is just
Yeah.
satisfying.
It's
gratifying in my hand.
Hold on, and it matches your outfit too?
I'll like everything as usual.
Oh, okay, all right. Hold on.
No, but it
The guy loves
retails.
red.
I mean, my favorite color is red. I'm not going to deny that.
It retails for $300, but I bought it for. I know.
Jeez, what? That's barely the expensive bottle for you.
Really, honestly, my max is $250, but I found this for $170 on Scent Angels.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I buy. You know what? Never mind. No. I don't want to start talking about prices because that's just a whole different conversation. Listen, if you got it, spend it. You know how you get. So
I'm learning to calm that down.
Prodigy, how much?
That's if you
How
bought
much
the-
was it?
How
that's
much
the-
was it?
So if you the 200, I didn't buy the 200 ml. That's the 800 because they were only selling it at one point for the 200. They're releasing 100 ml. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I have no reason to buy a 200 ml bottle. There's no reason.
Of
I'm not
anything.
decanting. I'm not that invested to decant a whole bottle. I mean, I gotta go to find people to do that. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm lazy a little bit. I'm not doing that. I got too much other shit to do.
And
in
I'm
life.
clumsy. Like, God forbid.
Who am I gonna walk? Then I feel like I gotta walk around with this big ass bottle trying to decant it. I don't want to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait it out because I got they gave me like a 5 ml thing to have, and so I had that and the Mentor and the Prodigy, and it was just cool to have. I love the smell of it, but they're both amazing.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's better than the Grandmaster.
That Grandmaster it's called the Grandmaster for a reason. Speaking of clumsy, what does your setup look like?
Because I'm clumsy, I keep all of mine under my bed. When you fall, you literally fall like 2 inches.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. I keep it all under my bed.
How, in a drawer, in a
In like
in
a-
bin?
Like, yeah, exactly, like a small container. Well, no, a medium-sized container.
How many fragrances do you own?
Like including decants.
Yeah.
Probably like. I stopped counting over 50.
Okay.
Is that because you've done a lot of swaps? I'm pretty sure you've gotten over more than 50 over the time frame. You've probably given away, sold.
Exactly.
So-
I buy a lot of decants from like fragrances that aren't readily available. So anything, I'm in a few Facebook groups where people like will buy and then decant. That's like their entire like thing. And I sometimes like swap one decant for a different decant, or just like give it away whenever I'm selling a bottle.
So we've been at 2 fragrance swap events. Have you actually swapped fragrances there at the events? I've been unsuccessful.
No, I haven't.
I haven't, but I will say this. Each time I underestimate what I should be doing at this event, right? Because I saw some people bring collections.
Yeah.
I think next time I'm going to roll a whole crate in full of stuff for people to smell. Because even if you don't swap it, like, I just want to flex on you.
See,
little
for me,
bit, you know.
I've always bought a fragrance that someone wants.
Here we go.
Every fragrance that I bought, someone has wanted, or they already was one of their favorite ones. I was like, here, just take it.
Really?
Yeah, like that Klein, whatever the fuck it was, the red bottle, the Parfum de Marley.
Oh, cologne.
Cologne, yeah.
Did you smell that?
No,
No,
wait,
the-
maybe.
I hate to say this, but
Was there patchouli in it?
first of all, I didn't care what was in it. It was a blind buy. The only reason why I remember
He got expensive blind buys.
the only reason I remember who the person I gave it to, because they bought the worst thing you could do at a fragrance event. They bought that fish, the snapper fish that took over the room for a moment.
Oh.
Yes. I was like, in my mind, I was like, why would you order something like this at this event? It threw me for a loop. I'm like,
Just eating in general at a perfume party just doesn't really mix to me.
but fish is the most obscene thing you can buy.
Well, popcorn too.
Really?
If you burn it.
Yeah, but
There's some
but
popcorn perfumes, so I don't
First
know
of
about
all,
that.
How do you feel about those?
that's
I personally hate them.
thank you.
I
Okay,
hate
man,
them.
I'll make
It's
it
a no
sure.
for me. It's a
Yeah.
no.
It doesn't make sense. Like, why would you want to smell like popcorn?
Why would you want to smell like apple pie?
Or like-
Why would you want to smell like anything?
Angel Share
I love it.
apple pie.
It smells like liquor.
It smells like apple pie with liquor. Smells like liquor soaked apples in an apple pie.
I have a
I don't
healthy
even think
disgust.
there's even any apples in Angel Share.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But a lot of perfumes, like a lot of perfumers lie when they list notes. To be honest, they
I would not
lie.
disagree with that.
I think they're just playing to the masses like, hey, look what I curated. And like, boom. And it was like, this doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Are you a gourmandie?
I'm phasing out of it. I'm like the last
Look at you growing up. Thank you.
like maybe 5 Gourmand perfumes that were so hyped up.
5.
I know it's really bad. That were so hyped up. I bought and I absolutely hated. I hated.
You think?
Yeah.
Nigel bought one that had him smelling like
I did.
what is it? The lemongrass soup. I forgot what it is. This is, I think, a Thai dish or whatever. I don't know.
What was this?
One of these fragrances that you got. I was like,
You know, it might have been. It was. I know it actually. It's called Silver. Silver. It's in a white bottle. I can't.
By who?
I haven't.
It's unforgettable.
I have. This. I've bought a lot of fragrances. I just don't even go back to.
Mm-hmm.
So now I gotta figure out what to do with them.
I'm sorry. I meant
Wearable.
unwearable, not memorable.
Oh, damn.
All of that.
I mean, it happens. I mean,
It does.
sometimes you're gonna fail.
It does.
I mean, clearly, it's gonna happen.
I start with samples. I'm okay with failing with a sample. A whole bottle.
Scent Split will get my. Oh, hold on.
I
I
know.
shouldn't even be saying their name.
Why?
We're not getting paid for it, but anyway. But no, I've mentioned them before. They'll get a quick order from me for 20, but I get 1 or 2 ml samples, right? I know some people that buy 10, and I'm like, that defeats the purpose. You may not like it.
Exactly. If I like that one, I'm gonna get a full size bottle.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
So I haven't bought from any of those sites. So is it a subscription based when you do those
No.
things, or just?
No.
'Cause I have a problem. Like I'll start something and I'll not realize the subscription and it just keeps going.
No,
And
I
it's like,
don't do subscriptions.
yeah.
I did one time. It was cool. It was cool.
With them, you look for a fragrance that you want. So say you want to smell Prodigy, you go on their site and then they'll list it by size: 1 ml, 2 ml, 5 ml, 10 ml, and up. And they may charge you just $6 for a small sample. So you could get 10 samples. Let's say that are $6, $60. You may end up buying a full bottle out of one of those, and not waste your money buying cologne.
That was just a pure blind buy. There was no sample bottle there. I just like, you know what? Let me just try. Epic fail, and I bought the big one. I was like,
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
It
Go
was.
to Scent Split. I know. Go to.
so what is something that you're looking for, like in the future, like a scent that's coming out, or any fragrance, like a line that's coming out in the future that you're really wanting to touch?
You go. I'm gonna think.
See, I'm afraid to say some of the stuff that I want because I know he be clocking, but I really want to get. I have a sample. I'll let y'all smell it after we're done, but it's Basso by Sospiro. That's what I want to buy, but I've looked and looked and looked to see if I can get it for discount, and I've never seen it anywhere. So I may just have to pay the full price for this bottle.
How much?
So you know, it's something slight,
Something
350,
small. Something small.
350. You
Yeah.
know, so it's nothing to really make you miss paying your rent or whatever.
All right.
What you got?
It was at the event. The bottle was like $3,500. I was like, I can't.
Somebody. So nigga, what bottle? What bottle?
3,500. So 3,500.
Yeah.
What was it?
I'm looking for it. I took a picture of it because I could not.
You're not buying no $3,500
No,
fragrance.
I'm trying. I'm not. I'm looking for.
What do you mean? What does he mean? He's trying not to. That thought wouldn't even cross my
Big
mind.
baller.
It was a limited edition joint too.
It doesn't matter. So, what fragrance is on the radar for you?
Soye Malacroix. It's like it's rose, chestnut, blackcurrant, and silk. Now you're probably thinking, what does silk smell like? It smells like silk.
It smells like silk.
It smells like. I have a small decant of it right now that I've been trying not to use.
Because it's that good?
Because it's that good.
Damn.
And yeah, and it doesn't go there. It's not on any discount site.
See?
They only sell it at Neiman Marcus, and I think it goes for like over $300.
See, the
And I
enemy
told you
busy.
I don't go past $250.
I'm mostly with you. Unless I, like, have set it up in my mind and I put some money inside to go get it. I really don't spend over $200 on something. It has to be on sale.
Yeah.
It has to work. Other than that, I'm just like,
For what?
Yeah, for what?
Yeah.
You with us here?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Here it goes right here. It's not 3,500. It's 1,400 right now.
That's still crazy. That's still wild.
Oh, you talking about
Is it, what is it? Oh, Boadicea.
Boadicea, the Victorious, yeah, blue
Yeah.
sapphire.
I also heard
You
that
smelled it?
1907 is really good too.
Yeah, the 1907 is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
also
Neiman's has that, yeah.
They had one of the cherries that was competing with this. I'm not sure if you've ever smelled Bodacious by them.
No, but I've heard people talk
It's
about
a fantastic cherry.
Fantastic.
Fantastic cherry.
Okay.
I only bought this one instead of that one because I found this for cheaper, to be honest. But it's very hard to find that brand on sale.
Oh,
What?
I know where you can get them on sale.
Okay.
If you like that, you got to check out. I think it's called Valiant by them.
I think I've heard of it.
I think that one costs more than Blue Sapphire.
Let's see.
But we can go ahead and wrap the show up because Nigel's over here doing research.
The volume is $943 to be exact.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you make it big, you can,
It's something small. What do you mean?
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's $1,200.
Hey, I'm about to say. I know what I'm about to say.
It's $1,200. My bad. I went to the.
Okay. All right. Well, final words.
It's been a pleasure, meeting you for the third time.
But officially for the first.
Officially the first, and you had something that I like, because the only ones that you were trying to give away just didn't work, For everybody that's watching, always like, subscribe, and share. Give us your comments if you want to join. By all means, we'll take your support. We do whatever we can to support every people out here. The big thing we promote is conversation and fragrances. Just join the journey. Let's do the journey together.
A journey it is.
Go buy Duchessa by Gritty. You're welcome.
Yeah, stocking that.
That is a nice fragrance, so I give you respect. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for
No, thank you.
Thank you for asking if we had a fragrance podcast.
I told you it was me that approached you.
Thank you. Oh, well, thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the energy that you brought. I'm kind of excited that you came on. You did a good job. I think we have to bring you back.
I appreciate it.
As always. Oh, you know what? Our last point I was going to say,
What?
for the record, you scared Nigel because this wasn't the fragrance he was going to bring on today. He went and switched it because you said we don't do anything less than fancy. He was like, no, let me put this bottle away because he knew he was about to get roasted. So
I did.
okay, I just want to clear that up.
I felt the heat. I was like, let me just.
Yeah, because she brought some bangers here, and this stuff ain't cheap.
You know what I'm saying?
But to everybody, thank you. You can always be doing anything, but you've given us your time, and that means a lot to us. So thank you, and we out. Peace.